Do you ever bleed so heavily that you have to change your pads or tampons every 1 to 2 hours? Or maybe your period pain so extreme that you can't live your normal life? Or maybe your periods have disappeared altogether. If you answered yes to any of these, your body might be raising a red flag. In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 period signs you should never ignore and what it could mean for your health. I'm Dr. Steffe, a naturopathic doctor, and I help women understand their bodies and help them uncover their root causes as to why their symptoms are happening. Your period is way more than just bleeding once a month. It is a report card on your health. And when something's off, your cycle is the first thing that's going to show you that something's happening. Let's go through the 5 biggest red flags that you should start paying attention to when it comes to your periods. The first sign is how much are you bleeding? There is a healthy amount of healthy period flow. And if you are soaking through your pads or tampons or filling your cup within 1 to 2 hours, know that that is too heavy. A healthy amount of period flow shouldn't go beyond 80 milliliters of blood. So that's around 8 fully saturated super tampons or pads, or 16 fully saturated normal size tampons or pads. If you are bleeding heavy like this, you have to start looking at, do you have fibroids? Do you have something called a polyp? Are there thyroid issues going on? These could all be the root causes as to why you're bleeding heavy. On the flip side, while it might seem like it's convenient because your flow is light, there is such thing as having too light of a period flow. If it takes the whole day, especially on the first day or two of your flow, to fully saturate one of your period products, this is a sign that your flow could be a little too light. This can be happening if some of your hormones are too low and they're not signaling the way that they're supposed to give you a healthy amount of blood loss. The second sign to look out for is spotting. Aren't supposed to spot in between your periods, especially if that's happening around ovulation. And if you're spotting for days before your flow actually starts, this would be one of the major flags for me with my patients that they're probably low in the hormone called progesterone. This is also something you want to pay attention to, where if you find frequently after having intercourse that you're noticing that you're spotting and it happens often, this could also be a red flag to start paying attention to. Major reasons why this could be happening are fibroids, polyps, endometriosis, and that low hormone progesterone, as I mentioned. The third sign to look for is irregular or missed periods altogether. A healthy cycle should range anywhere from 26 days to 35 days. And by cycle, I mean day one of your period, all the way to day one of your next period. We can have what I call variance. Every month doesn't have to be the exact number of the cycle on the dot, meaning it doesn't have to be 28 days every cycle. There can be up to 7 day variance, meaning 1 month it might be 27, 1 month it might be 29, but as long as it stays within about a 7 day range, that is okay. But when your period starts going less than 26 days in that cycle, or more than 35 days, this is when we have to start getting investigated to see what is going on, because this is not normal. A couple of reasons as to why this could be happening. It could be pregnancy, it could be PCOS, it could be thyroid issues, it could be under eating, it could be over exercising. All of these things need to be looked into. Another really common experience that can happen for many women is when they enter perimenopause. So perimenopause is the phase before you enter menopause. Menopause is when our period is actually going to disappear when it's supposed to, when we're in our later years in life. But before that period disappears altogether, there is a phase before that called perimenopause, where women could start noticing differences in their cycles, where some months it's there, some months it's not. The best thing to know what's happening is to track. There's so many different apps that can help you do this, because you want to start looking for patterns. It is also important to know that sometimes there are things that we know are different and aren't our normal, and it doesn't become a pattern. Meaning, maybe we did have a more stressful month, maybe we traveled, and when our period was supposed to come, it didn't. If that only happens once in an entire year, it's not that much of a concern. It more becomes a concern when things become a pattern. So these are things I want you to start paying attention to. The fourth major period sign I want you to start looking out for is pain. We talked about bleeding, we talked about timing. Pain can be such a common experience for so many women, but know that if it's beyond a 3 out of 10, 10 being the worst pain ever, it is too high. Anything beyond that 3 out of a 10 is a sign of too high of period pain, and it's a red flag and needs further investigation. If pain is something you struggle with, I made a video that goes into more detail about period pain that you can watch here. I'll also link it in the description below. I know as a society, we've normalized period pain for so many women, but know that it's not normal and it's a sign that deeper things are going on. Like your body could have high amounts of inflammation. You can have fibroids. You can have adenomyosis. You can have endometriosis. We want the stuff to get further looked into because it's not a random thing. And the last period sign I want you to start paying attention to are whole body symptoms. Your period happens in your uterus, but it's not the only thing that's a part of this entire system. If you have tender breasts, period headaches or migraines, fatigue, feeling super bloated, water retention, super moody, irritable, while all of these things are also very common, they aren't normal and are signs of deeper things going on. We want our experience around our period to be very mild. Yes, you can feel a little more withdrawn. Your energy might not be where it is at another time in the month. That is okay where if it's a little bit less, but if it's a significant amount and you're getting more of these stronger symptoms, it's not normal, even though it's very common. Now, while all of these symptoms are very common, know that they aren't normal and there are deeper things going on, such as hormonal imbalances, high amounts of inflammation. You could be low in certain vitamins and nutrients like iron, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc. Know that even though these symptoms are very common and you've gotten used to them, there's many reasons as to why these whole body symptoms could be going on, and it's worth looking into. So let's recap the 5 period signs you should never ignore. Abnormal bleeding, whether it's too heavy or too light, spotting between your periods or before your period, irregular or missed cycles, significant period pain, whole body symptoms before your period shows up. I'm here to bust the myth that all of these things, while they can be very common and normalized, know that they are signals that our body's trying to give us that it needs help. If you've recognized yourself in any of these, know this: you deserve answers and you deserve to feel in control of your health. Subscribe for weekly hormonal health videos and check the description to reveal the different resources I have to help you for your next step. Your period should give you clarity about your health, not confusion and fear.